Alright, what's up everybody? Zisha here. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, make sure you leave a like and subscribe and check out my other content. If you're returning, thank you, I appreciate it. So today I'm going to do a little review of the DBOG space update. I've had this idea in my head for the past couple of days, but I was just trying to think about how I would break it. So I decided I'm going to divide it into like 4 sections. It's going to be content, transformations, wait time, and conclusions. And basically what I'm going to do is each section I'm going to talk about what happened in that section, and I'll talk about my thoughts, and then I'll just wrap it up with my conclusion. So first I'm going to start with content. For this update, I think that the content itself was fine. I think they added a decent amount. You had your space Dragon Balls, there's new maps, like they included NPCs and bosses that are from like non-canon arcs from in movies from Dragon Ball, which I thought was cool because you don't really see that in other Dragon Ball games on Roblox. Like they had they had Broly in there, they had Garlic Jr., they had, who else was in there? Pecan was also in Otherworld, so that was really cool. World Martial Arts Tournament Fusion, there's some good stuff in there. So the content itself is fine. One problem that I have is, so for NPCs, a lot of people have problems with NPCs. I myself, I made a little parody video that I thought was kind of funny, so I just made it like a relatable video about NPCs, and I think it's that they're a little too tanky. Even with the little update that they did to nerf them, I feel like that they were still like somewhat annoying, because bosses especially is just like, if you're not a key main in DBOG, you're by yourself, basically expect to take like an hour per boss, if not longer. And like literally what you'll do, you'll be there sitting them, fighting them for like an hour, and then boom, they transform or something like that, or 30 minutes they transform. And it's like, bro, at that point you probably don't even want to do that. And I was lucky because I had a Frost Demon friend that was able to kind of carry us through, and he was able to just kind of spam key and be able to get the bosses done relatively faster. So I think the NPCs were a little annoying. Like even myself, I think I know them well enough to kind of be able to like work my way around and kind of predict when they're going to snap vanish and things like that. But for other people, that casual DBOG player, I can really imagine that being annoying. There were some, then there's, let me get to the Space Dragon Balls too. Personally, I don't really care for Space Dragon Balls because I feel like that the wishes for the degree and difficulty it is to get them, especially if you don't have a Dragon Ball Finder or radar, it's not worth it. Because like the wishes are basically reincarnation, which lets you be able to change your race, Big Bang Kamehameha, and those are like and then like a couple accessories. That's basically it. And the thing is, each Dragon Ball, once you get one, it takes another hour for it to reset. But space itself is really laggy. And you're competing against what, like 13 or 10 other people in the server, and even if they're not looking for it, you're probably going to find someone that's looking for it. So I feel like they weren't worth it. Then you have World Martial Arts Tournament right there, and I'm gonna combine this with rank too. World Martial Arts Tournament, it was cool. I think it was really nice and included. It's literally been on the coming soon type thing for Dragon Ball for a while, or the game for a while, so they finally added it, so that was nice. But what I quickly realized was the map itself sucks, and by that I mean this goes in hand with some ranked maps too. The maps are like in this way that they're too small, and so like sometimes you'll get knocked against like a wall or trapped in a wall, and then you can just keep getting punched, like, or you're literally stuck. Like people will like keep punching you while you're in the mid knockback animation, so you can't really do anything. Or you get glitched outside the map. Like I literally saw someone what they did. We were in the tournament, right? My friend and I, and this demon went into like their big form, their legend form that I showcased recently. And what he did was basically he just kept punching him, and he hit him into like a corner, and he just kept hitting him, and he couldn't do anything. Like if he tried to snap vanish, he just hit him back to that corner, and he was just stuck and just killed him that way. And I was like, that would make me mad. Like you can't do anything about it. So the maps suck in my opinion. The map like design for sometimes just sucks, and they're not clear about where the walls are too, because you'll be flying and then you'll just hit a wall randomly, and you're like, bro. One more thing about World Martial Arts Tournament and ranked. Why on earth are you able to use items in ranked, like sensu beans and things of that sort? Like, come on now, bro. You would think that there would be like someone would have thought that maybe we should test this to see I don't know. I guess maybe people just thought that like no one would do that, but come on. Also, there's a lot of people that what they do is they'll just like key users. They'll just like kind of like run away the moment that they get their defense bar is. There used to be a thing in DBOG where Sony implemented that if you fly backwards, like if you're trying to run, it's going to be slower than someone flying forward, so that way you can catch that runner. But for some reason that's gone, so people could literally just run the entire time, and they'll like charge, and if you try to rush them, they're going to counter you or perfect block you, which is very annoying and makes matches go on way too long for matches that should have ended a while ago. So I hate going against people like that. That's just lame to me. So now I'm done with content. As for transformations, you have your normal level 400 transformations for every race. Personally, I think transformations should work differently. I'm not the biggest fan about how they're kind of all the same, and basically once you get your transformation, you just master it and it becomes new base form. I think that's kind of boring, and transformations are way more complex and interesting than that, but that's just me. I understand that with 14 different races in this game, it's very hard to make original and like cool looking forms for every single race. But with that said, I really feel like androids, humans, and a couple other races, select races, got really disrespected on forms. Like I showcased them, and like it was literally just a new aura. Androids, I'm pretty sure their level 100 form was, or level 400 form, was literally just a reskin of what they had last time, but they changed it. Which is like, you're grinding for this form, and then you get it, and it's the same thing you had before. Come on now, like that's kind of disrespectful. And let's not even get started with half sands. They didn't even get it like a. This goes with legend forms too. Half sands didn't even get a legendary quest. I'm saying it again. Half sands didn't even get a legendary quest, bro. That's tough. I don't really understand why. They could have made a Mystic. Maybe they're saving for Boo Saga. I don't know why, but they didn't get one. And now legendary forms. I'm talking about like this update, like just as when it came out, before patches and things of that sort. Okay, so I'm not really gonna count when they make like little fixes or nerfs or whatever. I don't understand. I don't know whose idea it was that decided that we should make some legendary forms stronger than the other ones. Because you're already going to do this quest. You're already gonna have to beat this boss to get the quest itself. Then you have to go to the quest. Then you have to load into the quest. You have a 10% chance of getting the actual form itself. And let's not even talk about the chance that you disconnect or something like that. And you're fighting 50 NPCs, they may or may not transform, and that you might just get a form like Frost Demons, where they get a form that's like a 2.75 times boost, which is weaker than their level 400 form. Like, come on now. Like, I don't know who thought about that, but that's not right for transformations. Which is, they didn't look that good for some races, and legendary forms are kind of unfair for races too, where you have like an LSSJ with a 3.5 multiplier, and then another form that's weaker than their level 400 form. And then you have to go to wait time. Now, you can't really control wait time. I don't really know why it took so long. I know that they closed the game initially for bug fixes. That's all I really know. They closed the game for bug fixes. And then that's when they started to get to the update, and Sony said that it works better when the game's closed. Fine, that's fine. For something that took 7 months to come out, and a lot of drama within the Discord with, sometimes people or a certain dev or whatever would say that it's coming out this time, but then, or they'd like say the update's already done, but it's not. It created a lot of drama. So you can't really control drama that much, so I'm not going to put that on them. I'm just going to put this from the perspective of the player, someone that's been like in the community. I feel like, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like for 7 months in this update, not a lot was that different. And I get it. Like I said, it was mostly bug fixes at first and just an update. It wasn't supposed to be a whole completely game-changing update. I think this update was a step in the right direction with how they just shied away from doing your average story quests, which would get really repetitive and boring, because if you watch Dragon Ball Z, you knew exactly how it goes. But I think for the wait time, it wasn't really that worth it, in my opinion. But I do think it's going in the right direction. And I do think updates in the future are going to be much better. As long as there's actually communication and it doesn't take as long. But I have no idea at this point. Because I remember back in Cell Cycle, when that took 6 months to come out, everyone was saying it's not going to take nearly as long as Cell Saga, but then it took 7 months. So I mean, but yeah. In conclusion, I think I would rate this update a 7 out of 10. I remember I talked to a lot of people in the Discord about what I thought about the update. I saw a lot of 6 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10, 7 out of 10s. So I think 7 out of 10 is a good middle ground. It's not bad. It's not amazing. It's solid. I think it's solid. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this video. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and join the Discord too. And yeah, that's all I got. Peace.